It's week 2 of the NFL, and we'll see the versatile Deebo Samuel. He came through in last week.
Two one-loss teams set to lace it up. This ought to be fun, and we're underway on EA Sports. Fielded right around the 8. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23. Now here's Trey Lance leading this 49er offense onto the field. Some very big expectations for the second-year signal caller.
And he certainly had his share of struggles in the opener, threw a couple of ill-timed interceptions in the game. So that was something that was harped upon all week in practice. Because if he's going to help this team be a winning one, he can't give the football away like he did last week.
Check right.
They'll start with the option. And he finds some space past the 25 to the 27. 4 yards the result on the first play from scrimmage. Second down.
Well, if you're going to run the read option, typically, you've got to keep an eye on the defensive end.
And what does that mean? What are you looking for with a defensive end?
Well, you want to play off of what he does. If he collapses inside towards the running back, then you pull it and take it yourself outside in. If he stays outside, you go ahead and leave it with the running back. In this case, pulled it and got good yardage himself.
And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. Lance finding Deebo there for the Niner first.
Partner, find me a star more on the rise than Deebo Samuel after last season. Wide receiver, running back, kick returner. This man does it all for the San Francisco 49ers. Ranked 3rd in the league in all-purpose yardage and deservedly made first-team All-Pro. Building on that with a first down here.
Now the second-year man from Louisiana. Here's Elijah Mitchell. Now, look, that wasn't a huge gain, but those are the types of carries I think they were missing in their loss last week. They couldn't get him going on the ground.
Did you get the same feeling I did during our meetings, that they kind of regretted that he didn't touch the ball?
Absolutely.
You know, hey, he should have touched it more last week. They weren't going to make that same mistake, and they've taken care of that early.
Right back to Mitchell on second down. And he'll get it out to midfield. They'll spot it right at midfield at the 50. 4 yards the pickup, first down.
2nd and inches is oftentimes an invitation for an offense coordinator to take a big shot downfield because he feels like he can come back on 3rd down and pick up the first down. But sometimes you just don't want to break tendency. Stay with what you are, stay with who you know, and go get the first down. That's exactly what they did.
From midfield, here's Lance. Got a man, that's Ayuk. And a 6-yard gain gets him right around the 43.
And I think this is a route we'll see more of as this game goes on, because with his speed, they want to get him the ball in space on drag routes just like this. They want him to get the ball and run after the catch. Good job there, though, holding him for a short gain.
Meanwhile, Lance's throw complete there to McLeod. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
First drive of the game. We did see this in practice, didn't we? Because they allowed us to stay and watch and see what their opening script would be, even though we don't know the exact play calls. That looks a lot like what we saw them execute, doesn't it?
It really does. And in practice, it wasn't about a lot of big shots on that opening drive. They wanted to put together a series of plays, sustain it. They've done that. The defense now on their heels a little.
That they are. And you know what else is happening now? They're gaining information. They're gaining knowledge about how the defense is planning on playing them. So not only are they being successful on this drive, they're filing things away for future drives in this game.
9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1. So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down.
Ready, go.
They'll try and pick it up with Mitchell. And he's going to get the first down here as he's taken down at the 22. It'll be a gain of 6 that time as it moves the chains as well. And they run the option here on 1st and 10. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, San Francisco. Heck of a start to his season. He had 2 touchdowns in the opener last week, another one here in week 2.
Well, I don't want to call him a touchdown machine this early, but sometimes you get locked in, and you feel good about things. You get into that zone, and those touchdowns come in bunches. He may be off to that kind of a start.
It's like he was shot out of a cannon. I would imagine success this early, great momentum going forward for the rest of the year.
He keeps this up, they'll soon be chanting MVP anytime he touches the ball.
And he'll get it up just past the 20 as his guys will go to work at the 21-yard line. As Seattle's offense comes onto the field, we'll see a 10-year veteran under center, guy who broke into the league as a starter back in 2013, Geno Smith.
Would you say that last week's performance by him, workmanlike in terms of numbers?
1 touchdown, 1 pick, but obviously a loss.
Yeah, that's the bottom line for him. All he cares about is how do we find a way to win the game. Maybe leans on a few other parts of the offense, and hopefully springs a receiver or two free.
Now Geno on first down. That one taken in by Dwayne Eskridge. And he'll go down at the 26 following a gain of 6.
Brandon, to me, what's important right here on this drive is for them to get at least 2 first downs. They've got to give their defense a chance to settle down, catch their breath a little bit after they give up a touchdown on the opening drive.
From the 26, they'll line up on 2nd and 4. Now a man who played collegiately here in the Golden State, Rashad Penny. And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. 4 yards the pickup, first down. The Seahawks had 0-1 on the year following the loss in the opener. And what doubly stings for them, CD, they lose week 1 at home, and now here on the road week 2. So it's certainly not a must-win. But, boy, you hate to start a season with 2 straight losses. Yeah, because you sort of feel like you're playing from behind right from the beginning. And that can really mess with your confidence. Plus, if you get to 0-2, here come the articles. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Now Geno. Left side here taken in by Metcalf. And he's going to be out up around the 45-yard line. First target, first catch, and a first down. Well, that certainly has to feel good. It's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice first down. Drive keeps moving. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done. Now this offense hoping to avoid the 0-2 start. They trail, but they've got a 1st and 10 here. Now a throw here to his running back. And out of bounds right around the 20. 2nd down and 3. To the air again, Smith. And this is incomplete. That is first incompletion after a 4-for-4 start. Yeah, but they shouldn't back off from what they're doing. I like the play calling right out of the gate. I like the tone that they're setting. Keep going in that direction. And he's going to be a yard short. A 2-yard pickup leads to 4th and 1. They snap it to Smith. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Seahawks go for it but can't convert. And the 49ers are going to get the football back. A chance to get some momentum here in the 2nd quarter, getting their first trip into the red zone, but unable to get it across. And if I'm the head coach, sure you feel some disappointment. Maybe. Oh, Lance has it knocked free. The ball is loose. And the Seahawks have picked it up. So they take over not only in enemy territory, but in the red zone at the 16-yard line. So that play, I mean, it was pretty well blown up from the start, and it results in a turnover. Yeah, and when you're running the option like that as a quarterback, you have so many different keys and reads to make that sometimes as you're making them, you're not protecting the ball the way you should, and it gets popped free. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down. From the gun, here's Smith. A quick throw there going to be batted away and incomplete. Coaches talk about it all the time. Players talk about it as well.
excellent job staying disciplined in coverage and making that stop. Inside the red zone, every stop like that could be preventing a possible touchdown.
And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. Able to get what they need to keep the drive going with a 6-yard pickup on third down. A shotgun snap for Smith. Touchdown, Seahawks. Noah Fant, his second touchdown on the season. And the Seahawks are an extra point away from drawing level. Good start to the season for him. He had the touchdown last week in the opener and a second one in week 2 now.
How about the pace he's already established, right? Not sure he can keep it up for an entire season, but don't burst the bubble because he thinks that he can.
Do guys go into a season with a goal for touchdown scored or yardage? What do you think?
I think every single one of the guys who's going to touch the football, they all have those types of goals. They all have those types of thoughts. And then they just have to see how the season unfolds if they can stay with it.
Unfolding so far so good for him. And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. Week 2 underway around the NFL, and a reminder that later tonight it'll be Chicago and Green Bay in the Packers home opener, the 101st season of that great rivalry. They had the 100th anniversary last year. And then tomorrow night a treat, a Monday night doubleheader, Tennessee and Buffalo, 7:15 Eastern, and then Minnesota and Philly kicking off a little over an hour later. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
Lance looking to throw it. Taking a shot for Samuel. This is caught at the 20. A big third down play there for the Niners. 46 yards. We've hit the 2-minute mark of the first half. All knotted up at 7.
Come on, set. Striker, 3-3. Ready?
On first down, Lance. Screen play setting it up for Mitchell. And he'll be marked down right at the 15-yard line.
Here we go, set. Ready.
Again, it's Lance. He'll be hit and taken down at the 21. The corner blitz gets there as he goes down for a loss of 7.
All about the offense so far in this drive, putting something sustained together. But the defense, they responded on that play. Second and manageable became third and long. The drive marching to the end zone is one play from stalling out.
And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. And the 39-year-old veteran puts it right through, and they take the lead here now at 10-7. So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number 1. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
Now this offense back out and set to go for their next drive. And you figure, Charles, they have enough time here in the first half, more than a minute, to put a drive together, at least get them in position to try a field goal.
Yeah, they've got all 3 timeouts at their disposal, so I'm actually thinking bigger. With those 3 timeouts, that amount of time on the clock, I'm thinking about trying to get a touchdown and settle for a field goal.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Smith. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Well, they approached this drive with a lot of confidence after the last one ended up as a touchdown. But incompletions on their first 2 throws has them huddling up and trying to figure out a big play here on third down to get their momentum going again.
Now a shot taken on third down, but it's going to wind up incomplete. Here we go on 4th. Smith. This is now a loose football. The ball comes out, and now this is scooped up by the 49ers. And they have the football and will set up shop at the 33-yard line. And the aggressive play call simply does not work out. You're on your own side of the field here. Punt it, right?
Yeah, I would agree with that. There's a time for analytics and a time for being aggressive, but not with this field position. There's also a time for good old football 101 sense.
Yeah.
Punt it away. Let your defense take over with better field position.
The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts, as it'll come with 36 ticks to go in half number 1.
Ready, go.
And Lance now to throw. Touchdown! Brandon Ayuk from 4 yards out. And the Niners will extend their lead in the final minute of the half. Gold able to tack on the extra point, and his guys will take a 10-point lead. The long touchdown pass gets him 6 on a very, very tidy 2-play drive that time. The Seahawks going to take over now late in this first half. Well, not much time remains here in this first half. We'll see if they can get something out of this drive, at least a field goal. They could certainly use it, down by 2 scores. Just over 30 seconds to go in the half. They've got it 1st and 10. Back to throw, Smith. He'll find Metcalf. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts, as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in this first half. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Smith. Looking middle, and it's incomplete.
That's certainly a pretty good play call. They were just trying to make 2nd down, 2nd and short. I think they thought the coverage was off a little bit more than it was. Nice job there pressing up on it and forcing the incompletion.
To throw again on 2nd down. Smith. And that's going to be caught. Dwayne Eskridge. And this will move the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the 49ers 43. So we reach halftime here in a 10. Well, everyone's eager to resume play here in this Week 2 contest, so we push right through halftime and back at it for the start of quarter 3. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. The Seahawks trailing, but they will have possession first here as we resume action in the 3rd quarter. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Seahawk offense set to go to begin this 3rd quarter. Charles, it'll be interesting to see what adjustments this offense made in the locker room. Haven't really been able to get anything going offensively, virtually nothing in the ground attack either. So certainly something has to change here in quarter 3.
And I'm pretty sure their friends from the defensive side of the ball told them exactly that, because those guys, the stop troops, they've been playing pretty well. They've kept them around in this game. Now, they got some time. The running game struggled in the first half. Opposition knows how to focus on defending the pass here. They've got to re-energize that ground game and maybe open things up for a comeback here in this half. I'd say it's not panic time yet, but let's be honest about it. Empty possession here, not what you're looking for when you're down a couple of scores.
Absolutely not. Trying to start the second half off on the right foot. Unfortunately, going to give the ball up. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. They'll fire one downfield for Fant. And unable to connect. Incomplete. Now give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down. And here's Dixon to punt now as he gets this one away. Now a fair catch taken just across midfield, maybe by a yard or 2. So here are the Niners to take over on offense. They were losers a week ago to the Bears, but they lead things here as they begin this drive 1st and 10. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. That's to the right side, complete to Kittle. 2 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down. On On second down, here's Mitchell. And he'll get it inside the 40 to the 39. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
And where did this kid come from last season? Overlooked leading up to the year, he then goes for nearly 1,000 yards in just 11 games. He's a top 10 rusher as a rookie and should be a centerpiece of San Francisco's offense moving forward.
And they'll let the quarterback keep it here on 1st and 10. Able to slither by. And he's got some space here. And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5. It's a gain of 34. Well, when you got a quarterback like this dead to rights, you got to make sure to wrap up. Instead, though, he breaks free and off he goes.
Check white. Blue check. White, yellow.
Oh, how about this on 1st and goal? And he's going to press this one forward as they stop him right around the 1. Give him 4 on the carry there at 2nd and goal.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
Mitchell looking for a signal, but none forthcoming. They stopped him shy of the goal line. They hold him again, and now all of a sudden it's 3rd and goal at the 1.
Yellow, 1, check pink.
3rd and goal, option right. And across the goal line, into the end zone, touchdown 49ers. Trey Lance, his 3rd touchdown of the game and 5th on the year. And his guy's now an extra point away from taking a 3-score lead. Gold with the extra point, and that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17. After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Seattle now ready to march onto the field. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
Nick Bosa picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon. Well, the job becomes twice as difficult now. After the sack, it's 2nd and 20. Now a play fake, and it's Smith. Catch is made by Metcalf. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. That one good for 37 yards. So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up 1st and 10. To throw is Smith. And he'll toss this one incomplete. Seeing no options, he throws it away. 2nd and 10 here as we roll along in quarter number 3 from Santa Clara. Throwing now is Gino. And that's going to be too high. Out of bounds and incomplete. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Out of the gun, Smith. This one into the hands of Metcalf. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Smith. Well, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the former first-rounder, Jimmy Ward. And the 49ers are going to take over at their own 28-yard line. Well, still down quite a bit here, several scores, but yeah, at least that's a start, Charles, getting the interception here. And look, we're still in the 3rd quarter, so this thing not done yet.
You're right about that, Brandon. This defense, they haven't quit on this game. They stayed with it and got an interception and handed the ball back to their offense. And what you wonder about is the team that just threw that interception, They've got to be careful about developing a sense of complacency and thinking this game is over.
And he is going to be taken down. And that should be the final play of this third quarter. 3 quarters in the books. Back now here in Santa Clara. It's 49er football here. They've got the lead as well as we get set to start the fourth and final quarter. Protection certainly going to need to be a bit better here on 2nd and 16. Another try after the first down sack. Lance. And he'll find McLeod on the right side complete. That'll give him 8 that time. And 3rd and 8 now. They'll be in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the first down. On 3rd down, here's Mitchell. And he's going to get this to the 31, but that is still well short of what he needed. Just a 1-yard pickup there, and it'll be 4th down.
Absolutely love the effort there. The ability to flow from his inside spot and stop that one at the line of scrimmage. Nice linebacker play.
Wisnowski on to punt as he sends this one away. Now it's Lockett. It'll wind up being a net of 41. 9-yard return, 50 on the punt. And it'll be Seahawk football, 1st and 10.
Come on. 50 ball count. 50 ball count.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on 1st down, but he couldn't reel it in. So the incompletion, and now it's 2nd and 10, again from the 25-yard line. Throwing is Smith. And that throw behind his man. He missed him. Incomplete.
They lead big, and a major part of that has been how they've taken their play to a whole new level this second half. No points allowed since the break, and you can add another incompletion to the total number that they forced in this runaway contest.
Now yet another incompletion here as they fail to connect on 3rd. Desperation time for Smith on 4th down. Oh, hit as he throws, and this is going to be incomplete. The Seahawks go for it but can't convert. And the Niners take over in terrific field position. They'll start out here with the option left. Oh, Lance has it knocked free. The ball is loose. And the Seahawks have picked it up. The 20. And they bring this one back. It's a fumble recovery and a Seattle touchdown. The extra point now coming from Myers. It's up and good, so they claw back into it. 24-14 now. So not only the cough up, but then the pickup on the other side, the scoop, and the score the other way. The fumble return for a touchdown. This one taken just inside the 10. And now this offense comes back out onto the field. Big stop on the turnover on downs to get the football back, and now it's just all about salting this one away.
Yeah, just slowly bleed the clock away. Clock's definitely on your side. And, you know, when we talk about analytics in the game, what is this one? The advanced win metrics? Because if you take care of the football here, bleed the clock down, with about 95% chance of winning.
Yeah, I'd say 95 or better. And I know you always say it, every coach does. It's just protecting the football at this point.
And knowing that the defensive guys, they're coming after the ball more than they are the person. They want to knock it free.
And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. That one, a first down pickup of 8.
Well, I don't think there's any question, Brandon, at this stage, the stop troops, the defensive guys, they've got to use their 3 timeouts here. They've got to stop them and get the ball back.
Yeah, if you're in that 2 to 3 score deficit window that they're in now, you got to get it ASAP. Now the ball comes loose. And the Seahawks have recovered.
Partner, that one looked like it was over. I mean, they had control, had the football, and the defense had to make a play in order to keep them in the game. That's exactly what they did.
And now that door ajar, 2-score game, so hold on here, not done in the 4th. And they're going to work this down to about the 32-yard line.
Here we go. Set. Tackle 11. Tackle 11. On the ball.
Throwing again on second down. Smith. He'll spot Eskridge open left side. And down to the 20 he'll go before heading out of bounds. On first down, Smith. On the throw, led him too much that time. It's incomplete. He started out having some troubles back in the first half connecting with his receivers. Really hasn't gotten a whole lot better.
Yeah, he's at less than 50%, and you and I both know that just won't do. So I would think about spreading things out, putting it on the receivers, make them win those one-on-one battles on the perimeter and find their way open.
And he is out of bounds right around the 10-yard line. That'll be a pickup of 10 as they try to recover from this 10-point deficit. First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. To the air again, Smith. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off by the former first-rounder, Jimmy Ward.
And that pretty much has been the storyline, Charles. This defense, they seem to be one step ahead from the start of the game until now.
And you identified it perfectly, and we can see the frustration that's settling in now. And it's probably been there for a long time, but now it's evident because you can see it in their faces, you can see it in their body language, maybe even a little bit in that play call that ended up maybe closing them out.
2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's 49er football here as we get you reset. And no doubt what they're looking to do is just salt away the final couple of minutes and escape with a win.
Right back to Mitchell on second down.
And he'll go down just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line.
52 yards rushing for him now on what was his 10th carry of the ball game. Things looking much rosier for him here in week 2. They work with the lead as they've got it 1st and 10.
They'll try and run the option left side. And they do finally get him, but he takes it to the 25. A big-time gain there on the keeper, using his legs to hurt him. First down.
First down, here's Mitchell.
And not much of a hole there as he gets it down to about the 24-yard line.
Check right. Blue check. Switch. Yellow. Black swap.
So the victory here for San Francisco, and they were really helped by their defense.
This is the player card. Here are a player's motivations. How well you It's the National Football League on EA Sports. And this one features the versatile Cordero Patterson. He just crossed the century mark last week with 101 yards. It's the Falcons and the Seahawks. Next on Madden NFL 23.
With Mount Rainier in the distance, there are few cities finer on a clear afternoon than this one, and we have a picture-perfect day for football at Lumen Field in Seattle.
Today, it's week 3, and we've got a good one in store between the Atlanta Falcons and the Seattle Seahawks. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Charles, you look at this Seahawks team as they get ready here. It's an early test here after 2 losses to start the season, and a game they probably really need.
Obviously, no way do they want to get to 0-3. Not many teams make the playoffs with that kind of a start.
Meanwhile, for the visiting Falcons, they were winners last time out, so they'll be looking, Charles, to make it 2 in a row.
And what I enjoyed when I watched their game tape and their victory last week is they put it together in every phase. Good offense, good defense, and some key plays on special teams. Let's see if they can get that second win in a row.
It's the first weekend of autumn, and the NFL is in full swing as off we go on EA Sports.
Fields this way up at the 17. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. Well, the Falcons now get to stretch their wings on offense here, and at quarterback for them is a former 2nd overall pick who spent 4 seasons as a starter in Tennessee, Marcus Mariota.
And you and I both know that any win is a good win, and that's what they did last week. But there's also plenty for him to work on in his game, wasn't there?
Yeah.
2 touchdowns, an interception. Yeah, you know, he wants to increase that a little bit in terms of ratio. But first and foremost, they did win the game.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
To the air right away, Mariota.
Oh, he's going to air it out right away. And that's caught inside the 35.
And they're going to move it down inside the 25.
I would say... total big plays he's already made here in the first month of the year. You've got to think the front office and the coaching staff have got to be excited about what they've seen so far and really excited about what they expect to see down the road.
5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on 1st down.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. On 2nd down, Ronnie Patterson.
And he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line. A loss on that play, and now 3rd down gets tougher. 3rd and 6.
They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains.
On 3rd down, Mariota.
Oh, he's got his tight end pitch complete.
And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Now Mariota. And he's got it. Touchdown, Falcons. Damiere Byrd, his first touchdown here of the new campaign.
And the Falcons are on the board first here this afternoon.
Extra point by Koo, up and good. And that makes the score 7-0.
Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. As Seattle's offense comes onto the field, we'll see a 10-year veteran under center. Guy who broke into the league as a starter back in 2013, Geno Smith.
Now a 1st down throw. It's Smith. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
We know he has a lot of confidence in his arm and likes to force it downfield, but the coverage was tight there. Fortunate it wasn't picked off.
Smith, an incomplete pass on first down. Now it's 2nd and 10. Now Geno.
That one taken in by Dwayne Eskridge.
He's got this almost to the 40 before going out. That one good for 14 and a Seahawk first. We'll see what kind of mindset they have here offensively after giving up the touchdown on the opening drive.
And based on our time with them, prior to this game, I feel like they've got a good mindset going in. In fact, the discussion that we had with the coaching staff was, we may give up some points in this game, so our offense has to be ready each and every time to either equal or try and get us ahead and try and keep us ahead. This is their chance to respond to that first touchdown given up.
A 14-yard pickup. That's 14 yards on 2 straight plays. From Falcon territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 47.
Buffalo 18. Mustang 19. Go.
Smith throwing again. Completes it to Fant on the right side. And a 5-yard gain gets him to the 42.
The Seahawks at 0-2 here to begin the season. And listen, they made their share of mistakes in these first 2 games, CD, but talking with them in the days leading up to this one, doesn't seem like they've lost any confidence.
I would agree with that, and what they told us was that they weren't planning on making any drastic changes. They didn't see the need to shake things up. They were going to continue to plow ahead. They thought they had the right guys on the team and in the locker room, but they do have to start winning some games.
The Seahawks moving pretty well through the air. Another first down.
Solid opening drive so far, Charles. They've moved this football into field goal range, but you know that they want to cap this off with 6 and not 3.
Absolutely. As one of the better coaches in the league always tells me, on offense, I want their body blows all game long and finish it with uppercuts. Well, here are the body blows right now. He's hoping in one uppercut will take care of the end of this drive.
A short gain here, maybe a yard to the 29. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Now it's Smith. He'll find Metcalf. And he'll be taken down at about the 22-yard line. Well, this defense for the Falcons, much improved from week 1. They were terrific last week in getting their guys their first win of the season.
This defense certainly has a lot to be proud of coming off of last week's game, because when you only give up 14 points in a contest, you give your team a great chance to win. The best defense in the league is usually going to average giving up 18, 19 points a game. So to be under that, a terrific achievement.
Second quarter now from Seattle, and it is the Seahawks with the football here.
Okay, ready?
On 4th down, Smith.
Open man is Eskridge. That's complete.
And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10. The conversion is successful with a sizable gain of 13, and the decision to go for it looks like a smart one.
So this drive going to continue following the conversion on 4th. Here's 1st and 10.
Oh, he tries to get it to Metcalf, but it's intercepted. Picked off by Landon Collins.
And the Falcons are going to have the football here at their own 18-yard line.
Definitely not the ideal time to see that mistake, partner, because this is still a one-possession game, and that's at least a field goal that just vanished with that turnover. Now, pressure's on defensively to prevent that pick from turning into points for the other side.
Following the interception here, Mariota. And it's incomplete. Boy, he doesn't drop many like that one. 2nd down.
We know it's not an easy job to go out and catch passes when people are trying to tackle you and knock the ball away. But the bottom line is, that's a pass he's got to have and a pass he should have caught.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Now Mariota. And it's intercepted. Picked off by Sidney Jones.
And the Seahawks will take over possession here up at the 44. So this defense coming up with a takeaway, and maybe that's something that can bring a little life to that sideline.
Well, I don't want to say that they've been sleepwalking through this first half because that's simply not true, but you're right. We haven't seen a lot of fire from these guys, really, on either side of the ball. So maybe that's the catalyst that they needed to get them back into this game.
Smith, an incomplete pass on first down. Now it's 2nd and 10. A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Smith.
And that's going to be caught. Dwayne Eskridge.
And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. Give him 22 there on the 3rd down conversion.
That's a play that will likely be forgotten when you talk about big moments in this game. But plays like this are critical to keep drives going. And if points result, we'll call this play significant.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Throwing again is Smith.
And once again, it's Eskridge.
And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. Give him back-to-back catches now. That one for 16 and another 1st down.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space. And it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18.
From the red zone now, Smith.
And that one complete to Hart. And they're going to be set up now with the ball at the 13-yard line.
Good throw, good catch, but I really like the route. The drag and being able to run away from defenders. Hard to stick with them for that long.
Yeah, better against man than zone, or?
Better against man, because now you're running away from someone and you're not running into a defensive player in another zone.
5 yards remain on 2nd down.
19 tight, 19 tight.
Again, Smith. To the right side and complete to Metcalf. And the Seahawks are going to have a 1st and goal as he's taken down at about the 8-yard line.
Now in his 4th year, you still have to marvel at the type of athlete that DK Metcalf is. Honestly, unfair to ask some corners to lock this guy down. And as we know, not many can. 75 catches, a career high 12 touchdowns last season, and a 1st down with that catch there.
Now Smith. Touchdown, Seahawks.
D. Eskridge from 8 yards out. And the Seahawks are an extra point away from evening this one up.
Extra point up and through by Myers. And we are tied at 7. So this drive spans 7 plays. And the Seahawks capping it off with a touchdown. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away.
Takes it at the 7. And he won't quite make it to the 25. Some good games coming up here in Week 3, the first weekend of fall officially. And tonight, the Niners and Broncos from Denver. 49er fans are probably saying, wait, I thought we were done with Russell Wilson. No, they'll see him tonight. And then on Monday night, Cowboys and Giants from MetLife Stadium kicking off at 8:15 Eastern.
And he'll take this beyond the line of scrimmage as he slides to a hole.
Straight ahead, Patterson.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 15 yards, 1st down, Atlanta. Second quarter, 2 minutes to go. Tie ball game. Coming up at halftime, I'll go from one personality, that's you, Charles Davis, to another one in Orlando. The coach He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL. You and Jonathan Coachman both larger than life.
No doubt about it.
But you're stuck with me in this booth.
Yes,
and he's miles away and smiling.
And happy.
Dancing to his left. And he works his way past the line of scrimmage and then slides to a hole. They'll try to throw now. Mariota.
Got this complete to the tight end Pitts.
And they'll get this just to the 47. Mariota to throw it. And he'll take this beyond the line of scrimmage as he slides to a hole. Only able to get back a yard for his efforts, and that leads us to 4th down.
On 4th down, Bradley Pinion on to punt for the Falcons.
Back deep for the Seahawks, Tyler Lockett. And this punt sails over the sideline. And the spot, it looks to be right at the 25-yard line.
And the Seahawks offense going to get one final possession in this first half.
And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Play action. It's Smith. Going for Metcalf on the deep ball. And got his man complete. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number 1. Smith on first down. That is taken in by the tight end Fant. Now another timeout called for by the offense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And oh, it'll be intercepted.
Picked up by Richie Grant. And the Falcons are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line.
And we will likely not see another play here as they take the knee and head into the intermission all tied. And we will skip the highlight show this week. Get right back to this Week 3 matchup. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon. Set and ready to go for the second half. 1 touchdown apiece, 7-7 our score.
Eskridge going to keep this one in the end zone, and they'll start at the 25-yard line. The Seahawk offense set to go to begin this third quarter. It's a tie football game here. What do you think, Charles, the message was at halftime?
Well, I think that they probably just looked at things and said, we're fortunate that this is a tie game. No need to panic, no need to change a whole lot. We didn't play anything close to our best in the first half, so we don't have to go out and win one for the Gipper. Let's just go out and play our best football and win one for us.
Arnold Ebiketie gets there for the stop.
They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. Geno now to throw.
Quick throw, and that's Eskridge on the slant.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 5 catches for him in that first half, and that's number 6 that we just saw, and also a first down.
And that's a more than acceptable read right there because it's zone coverage, so timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up a first down.
They'll fake the handoff. Now Smith. And this one is incomplete. We saw this a lot in the first half, and it continues. These receivers just not able to get much separation.
So that means they have to win the 50-50 balls. They've got to go up with the defender and find a way to start coming down with them.
And this time, contact. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by Casey Hayward.
And the Falcons are in great shape here as they take over at their 46-yard line.
About set to begin their next drive. The Falcons offense at the line.
They start near midfield following the interception as they begin 1st and 10.
Uchenna and Wosu got the sack there.
But just not much a quarterback can do there, CD. The pressure was in his face almost instantaneously, led to a very quick sack.
To try again after the sack, Mariota.
Looking there for Pitts, but intercepted.
picked up by the former first-rounder Artie Burns.
And the Seahawks are going to take over at their own 41. But Charles, in a tie game, you always wonder who's going to be making the big plays. Right now, it's not the offensive players. We're seeing these defenses step up and take control. Both of the last two drives have ended with interceptions.
They are certainly dictating this game, aren't they? Now it's going to come down to which offense can follow their defense's lead and step up in the clutch themselves.
After the interception, here's Smith. And incomplete on the deep ball. Smith, an incomplete pass on first down. Now it's 2nd and 10. Throwing now is Geno. Hit as he throws there, incomplete.
A couple of quick incompletions, and now they're just one more away from getting off the field. They've got options now. Could they dial up a blitz here or just drop everyone into coverage to crowd the throwing lanes?
Now a play fake, and it's Smith. And that's incomplete. So it doesn't look like they're going to be able to build off the turnover.
Well, the defense certainly did its part to get them the football, but you're exactly right. It looks like they're going to have to punt this one away, and it's not a turnover, but doesn't it feel like one after grabbing the momentum with the defensive play?
Yeah, and they had all that momentum after getting the football, and now zapped right back in the other direction. Going for Metcalf on the deep ball. And it's knocked away and incomplete. What a real head-scratcher there. And the Falcons will take control of the football in great field position. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. That's Cordero Patterson hauling it in. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. That one goes for 24 yards.
Yeah, big play there. And when you have a running back that you can use like a wide receiver, when he has that kind of versatility, you do as they did there. Get him out of the backfield and give those defensive backs something else to worry about.
Throwing on first down, but this one lines up to be incomplete.
Third quarter, all tied up. This is 2nd and 10.
Here's Mariota. Steps away to his left. And he works his way past the line of scrimmage and then slides to a hole.
Well, this red zone is where the Seahawk crowd really makes it tough for an offense to communicate. It's 3rd down.
To throw is Mariota.
That ball is caught. It's London for the Atlanta touchdown.
A great play there with his first career NFL touchdown.
And the Falcons have taken the lead.
Koo able to connect on the extra point, and that makes the score 14-7.
Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off.
And out now come the Seahawks.
Charles, we know that this offense is aggressive. We saw that last drive. They went for it on 4th down, didn't get it. Then they give up the touchdown. So now you feel like they really need to respond here.
They certainly do, but let's face it. Sometimes when you take that risk, you understand if you fail, a little more onus goes back on your ball club to try and pick themselves back up.
And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. And for the Falcons, 5 men in the secondary, now on 3rd. Now Geno. And that is incomplete.
Well, they certainly aren't letting up today, partner, because they've forced big turnovers already. And it's been incredibly tough for them to get yards against, let alone put points up on the board.
On 4th down, Smith.
Open man is Estridge. That's complete.
And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
Warriors 70. 70 Timberwolves. Buffalo 18. Mustang 19. Cup 19. Cup 19.
Delay of game, Austin.
So they accept the penalty, of course, and push the offense backwards a bit.
So a little bit of a stiffer challenge now. 1st and 15 following the delay of game.
60 Maverick. 60 Maverick. 19 Lions.
To throw is Smith. And the Falcons get there. The Falcons get the sack. Down he goes. Lorenzo Carter. And drops him for a loss of 12 from that outside linebacker position. After the sack, oh, they're staring at a challenge basically from the other side of town. It's 2nd and a country mile. Another try after the 1st down sack. Smith. And that is incomplete.
This has certainly been a physical game so far. Limited scoring opportunities for both sides. And there's another chance that goes unfulfilled.
7th play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down. Here's Smith. He lets it fly for Lockett. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down. And just a single punt for him in the loss last week as he sends this one away. 35 yards that time on the punt.
And it will be Falcon football.
About set to begin their next drive. The Falcons offense at the line.
This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out, looking to repeat that in Chargers defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes.
Back now in Seattle, Washington. It's the Falcons. They've got the football. They've got the lead as we get set to start the 4th.
And they run the option on 2nd down.
Oh, no, he lost the football. And the Seahawks have picked it up. And his guys will take over at the 25-yard line.
Well, partner, here's where team football gets tested a little bit because I know the defensive guys were over there chilling on the sidelines, and all of a sudden, they heard the sudden change call because that fumble puts them right back on the field, and they've got to go out and finish the game now themselves.
Absolutely. Nursing that slim lead here in the 4th, a costly turnover. And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25.
Ready. Panther 11. Go.
Now it's Smith. He'll find Metcalf. He's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 30. Seahawks on 3rd down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. This time it's 3rd and 3. Smith now to throw. Open man is Metcalf. He's got it. And he is going to have a Seahawks 1st down as they convert on 3rd and 3 with a nice gain of 7 yards. To the air again, Smith. And seeing no options, he just tosses this one away, incomplete. Now that'll bring up 2nd down. To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Smith. And that is incomplete. The intended receiver was DK Metcalf. And that takes us from 2nd to 3rd down. Now Smith. And that will be incomplete.
I think it's safe to say that he's made some questionable decisions out there so far. Forced some throws into tight coverage. He's already been picked off in this game. 4th down now, but he was fortunate on that one not to have another turnover on his ledger.
Desperation time for Smith on 4th down. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Landon Collins. And the Falcons are going to take possession of the football. At 4th down, they felt compelled to go for it, and he throws the INT.
Yeah, he knows that you can't take a sack there, so he had to try and force one in. Now, this might not be a throw he makes if we're in the second quarter, but he had to take the chance there, and this one wound up being intercepted.
And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down. On 2nd and 7, Mariota. And that's caught. It's Bryan Edwards. And he's going to get this down near the 25. The battle in the trenches never more important than right now. This is 3rd and inches. Mariota. Nowhere to turn this time, and he goes down. Sacked back at the 29.
Multiple defenders there to drop him for a loss of 4. A CD, you know, so often we talk about quarterbacks holding on to the ball too long. Well, we can't say that there. He had no time to do much of anything.
Yeah, that's one where you turn to your lineman and say, guys, can I get a little help here? And you have to ask politely because, remember, they're blocking for you the entire game. But as a quarterback, you've also got to have the clock running in your head when you need to get rid of the football. But this time, he had no chance. They were on him instantly.
As we check the next-gen stats, you'll see he had precious little time to do anything with the football there. So that one, CD, going to make the road back a lot more difficult.
Oh, there's no doubt about that. You know they were praying on the other sideline for a miss because now, as you pointed out, a very difficult road. Down 2 scores. You don't just need a touchdown. You need a chain of events to go your way. You've got to score, somehow get the ball back, and score again. The odds of that happening, not great in your favor.
This one fielded at the 5. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped at the 23-yard line. So all eyes on this Seahawks offense. Down by 10. 2 minutes, 30 seconds to play. It's been a struggle to score all day, and now they need to do it twice here late to have a chance. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. Left side complete to Lockett. He's got this almost to the 40 before going out. It'll be a gain of 16 for number 16.
This defense has certainly had an outstanding second half, haven't they? I know they just gave up a 1st down there, and for the offense, they're hoping that that's something that they can jumpstart with and maybe start to move the ball a little bit better. But it's been tough sledding for them here the entire second half.
A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete. To throw on 2nd and 10, Smith. He'll find Eskridge here complete. And he's out of bounds just before the midfield stripe at the 49. 9 yards, and that leaves him just short, so it'll be 3rd and less than a yard. Throwing again is Smith. And once again, it's Eskridge. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. These two have hooked up 9 times now this afternoon as they pick up the first.
Come 19! Come 19! Tight! 19 tight! Ready.
Throwing is Smith. He'll fire one downfield for Fant. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. Smith, an incomplete pass on 1st down. Now it's 2nd and 10.
19 Lions. 18 Rattlers. 18 Rattlers.
Geno out to throw. Escaping the pressure right. He'll fire one downfield for Fant. Down under 2 minutes to go in this football game. So it's Seahawk football as we march toward a conclusion. They've got it first and goal as they look to punch in a late score. They'll try and run for it with Penny. And he will take this one in for the Seattle touchdown. Rashad Penny, his first rushing touchdown of the year. And the Seahawks have made it a one-score game again here in the fourth. They do tack on the extra point as well. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this fourth quarter. And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Here comes the Falcon offense now as they get set to take over here. And this game not yet. And we'll likely see them take all 3 timeouts defensively, so they can't just kneel this one out. They're going to have to try to run a few plays.
You're exactly right. They've got to get a first down and make them use up all their timeouts in order to feel like they have this one in hand.
Beginning on the ground with Patterson. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. This, in all probability, another run here on 2nd and 8. Well, they'll run it here on the jet sweep. And just a short gain that time as they're able to get him down. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 1:06 left to go in the game. Mariota. Man open, that's Calvin Ridley. And he is going to have a Falcons first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. And they'll indeed take a knee. Now the defense will burn their 3rd and final timeout. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. So time runs out. It's a victory for the Atlanta Falcons.
Charles, for this losing side, their heads are hanging as they walk off the field today. And really, I mean, we know why. Those 3 turnovers by that offense.
It's the NFL on EA Sports, and our focus is on the Lions' veteran quarterback. He got the QB not once, but twice last week.
Seems like we were just starting training camp, but here we are in October, and off we go on EA Sports.
A fairly short kick from the 14. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29. They'll start on the ground with Swift. And he takes us up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. Right away, they rack up 10 yards on their first play from scrimmage.
Usually we see runs like this as the defense breaks down later in the game, but this guy is setting the tone early, running through all types of tackles and putting the defense back on its heels.
On first down, gone. And that's hauled in by St. Brown over the middle. The numbers for him from a week ago: 7 catches, 77 yards.
Third in the league in receiving yards, and that's a strong number. That means he's being consistent each and every time out.
From the 44, Goff. That throw taken in by Jamison Williams. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. That one a gain of 20 and a first down.
That was a nice job there. Quarterback and receiver reading the pressure that was brought. They both knew it was going to open up the middle of the field. Nice little shake and bake at the line of scrimmage, got right into his route. And the quarterback hit him in stride, and he was able to run free after the catch.
On first and 10, it's Swift.
7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
That run right there was an offensive line coach's dream, wasn't it? Guys picked up all of their assignments, created a nice gap for the running back to get through. Pick up 7 yards. Yeah, he's probably chortling on the headset right now.
Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. They dial up the corner blitz that time, and it delivers to the tune of a 9-yard loss.
So now following the sack, Goff and the Lions needing to come up with something here on 3rd and long.
And it's going to be incomplete. He was able to catch it there on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. And it's going to bring up 4th down.
Boston Sabres on for the field goal. A 55-yard attempt.
And that's off the right upright, and it bounces away no good. And this will remain a scoreless game.
Yeah, 55 yards is anything but a gimme. You've got to really concentrate on your leg swing and proper technique. This time, though, he's unable to convert.
They'll run for the first time with Rashad Penny.
And he's going to get it across the midfield stripe into Lion territory. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
Now, this defense for the Lions, they were very good a week ago in that win over Minnesota.
And what I saw on film was a nearly unstoppable pass rush. 5 sacks last week, plenty of hurries given up. So now what do you do on offense? You just max protect, keep everyone in and run the ball, or maybe just 1 or 2 receiver routes in order to try and keep your quarterback upright.
6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4.
A man who played collegiately over in East Lansing, here's Ken Walker.
And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. 23 yards on the pickup there and a first.
And Walker's somebody who just impresses you every time he steps on the field. He's a guy who was the Walter Camp and Doak Walker Award winner his final collegiate season behind a 1,600-yard campaign. 300 carries or more, that wouldn't be unexpected in his first season in the NFL.
to Walker on first down.
And he's going to take this down to about the 17. Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards. And it's 2nd and 2. They fake the handoff. Now Locke. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively. And now it brings up 3rd down.
How about that? Red man coverage and decided to test him early. But they proved up to the task and forced the incompletion.
After the incompletion, here now, 3rd and 2. Shotgun snap to Locke.
Over the middle, he finds Eskridge. And he is going to have a Seahawks first down, and comfortably so, as he gets 5 there on 3rd and a yard.
Throwing now is Locke. Out to the right, he gets it to Lockett. So give him 5 yards there on the pitch and catch, and it'll be 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 5. The 7-yard line.
Smith throwing again. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Brandon, we saw these defenders flying to the football in their win last week, and nothing has changed. They're still moving around quickly and forcing incompletions.
And this is going to be intercepted.
Picked off by Amani Oruwariye. And the Lions are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20.
And that felt like a little extra pressure on that 3rd down attempt, and their mistake cost them points because they're inside the red zone. So you know you've got at least a field goal waiting for you. And in this case, they end up with nothing.
And he's going to be taken down. Goff is sacked. The corner blitz pays off there as they sack him for a loss of 5.
We're scoreless after 1. Second quarter action now from Detroit, and it's the homestanding Lions who have the football, as they've got it facing a 2nd and long situation.
From the gun, here's Goff. And this one taken in on the right sideline, but not in the field of play. They say it's incomplete. The throw led him a little too far. It brings up 3rd down. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Now Goff.
And he'll let this one go deep for Chark.
And unable to connect. Incomplete. They give him credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
That looks like it's going to be 2 empty possessions now to start this football game. I think they're going to have to sit down and talk about what worked for them last week in their win. Sometimes you over-game plan, overthink things. Get back to what works.
Returnable for Lockett. A big kick there. We'll call it 56 yards on the punt.
And they will take over 1st and 10. 2 fantastic games coming up to wrap up week 4, the first weekend in October. Tonight, the Chiefs and Buccaneers from Tampa. That's a rematch of Super Bowl 55, of course. And then Monday night, rematch of last year's NFC Championship game. The Rams and Niners from Santa Clara. Coverage on that one, 8:15 Eastern.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. They'll lock it with a grab over the middle. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down. To throw again on 2nd down. Smith.
That's taken in by Eskridge, complete.
Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a 1st down.
The Seahawks had 0-3 here to begin the campaign. And you hate to have to say it this early in the season, but getting close to must-win time, is it not?
And I totally understand why you expressed it that way, because it's so early in the season, it feels like hyperbole. but I think you are spot on this one. Yes, there's still time to turn things around, but they've got to start to win right now if they have any hopes of trying to make the playoffs.
And they'll get him down on the other side of midfield.
It's vitally important to wrap him up immediately, because if you let that big guy get a head of steam up, boy, then you got real trouble trying to get him down.
But they're able to hold him to a short gain on first down. Looking to throw again on second down. Smith. And Walker has it. And it's going to be another first down as they'll get him to the ground at the Lions' 33.
A gain of 16 yards. And the Seahawks first down.
Again, Smith. Left side here taken in by Metcalf. And they're going to move it down to inside the 25.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go, because he might wander into some tough coverage.
And this will be caught by Metcalf for a Seahawk touchdown.
14, DK Metcalf.
A great effort there. His first touchdown on the year. And the Seahawks post the first points of the ball game as they take the lead here in this second quarter. Myers connects on the PAT, and it's now a 7-0 game. The kick unit for the Seahawks out there on the field, and we are ready to rock. Pulls it in at the 13. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. And Detroit getting set to go now. They'll be looking to match that touchdown from a moment ago. 7-0 is the score as they begin with a first down. Now gone. And connecting here with DJ Shark. And he gets this one just shy of the 40 to mark. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
1st and 10 at the 39-yard line.
Goff a handoff here to Swift. And he gets forward up the middle, but only for a couple. It'll be 2nd down. Tackled that time by Sidney Jones. 2 minutes on the clock, second quarter, 7-0 ball game. 2nd and 8. Goff now looking to throw. And on the left sideline, he caught it, but out of bounds, according to the head linesman. Incomplete, so the ball a little late getting there, and it's 3rd down. So he's 3 for 7 throwing the football right now. Not an awful start, but also not the sharpest of starts.
No, I would agree with that, but if you're a confident quarterback and to play that position you have to be, you just act like there's something wrong with the wind currents or something wrong with the ball.
It is not you. Keep throwing. That timing usually...
On 4th down, Jack Fox on to punt for Detroit. And this one hits at the 1, continues on into the end zone for a touchback. Geno Smith getting ready to go again here on offense. Last series, the ball never hit the ground. 6 of 6, touchdown pass, so whatever he did then, do it again, right?
Yeah, it reminds me a lot of when I watch the best quarterbacks throw 7-on-7 or even routes versus air. They're accurate. The receivers catch it, the ball never touches the ground. Or if you want to take it to basketball, a well-executed fast break, right? Pass, 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 finish at the rim, basket. Yeah, ball never hits the ground there either.
From the 22, here's 2nd and 8.
A gain of 2 brings up 2nd and 8.
Back to 50, back to 50. 760. Warriors 70. Buffalo 18. Ready.
Back to throw, Smith. That is taken in by the tight end Finn. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. A gain of 32 that time.
Now that certainly solidifies how to attack this 2-minute drill right before the half. I don't think they were going to try and run out the clock, but now after that big play, their thoughts are certainly of trying to score and get some points before the half.
On first down, Smith. Throw out wide to Walker. He's got room at the 30. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. Back-to-back plays of right around 30 yards, and the field position has totally been flipped. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with just under 30 seconds to go in the first half.
So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20.
Play action. It's Smith.
And this a quick slant to Lockett. And the Seahawks are going to have a 1st and goal coming up as the tackle made at the 3-yard line.
At the 3-yard line.
Throwing again is Smith. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
They certainly did a nice job improvising there, extending the play, hoping someone would come open downfield, but they never did.
2nd down and goal. Smith. And he's got it. Caught in the end zone for the Seahawk touchdown.
Dwayne Eskridge.
As the first half is winding down.
And the Seahawks would extend their lead here just before halftime.
Extra point up and through by Myers. And it's now 14-0.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. Pulls it in at the 13. And able to get this out to the 25.
The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. Back to throw, Goff.
And that's out to the flat for Swift.
And with just 1 second remaining in the first half, they'll call the timeout. The final shot before break here, Goff. And able to catch it on the left sideline, but they're going to rule him out of bounds. So it'll be incomplete, and certainly one they'd like to have back as it brings up 4th down. So we come upon halftime with our score 14-0. As we'll send you down to Orlando and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
We'll get started over at Mercedes-Benz Stadium in downtown Atlanta. And that's been a back-and-forth game, all tied in the second quarter. Next, we head down to Houston to check on the Texans at home at NRG Stadium. And it's the visiting LA Chargers who are out in front. The Chargers locked in a tight one, but this is a game you feel they've got to have. Finally, let's get you to Baltimore. Check on the Ravens at home at M&T Bank Stadium.
All right, folks, eager to get back to this Week 4 matchup. We won't put up a fight. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the third quarter. The Seahawks with the advantage, and they get the football first as the second half is underway. And he had no room to run as he's tackled down inside the 20. The Seahawk offense set to go to begin this third quarter. And Charles, they've got the lead. Put your coaching hat on here now. What's the game plan for the second half?
I think getting the running game going a little bit more, because I thought in the first half they didn't get it moving the way that they would like. They had success throwing it, but I think these first couple of drives, they'll want to get those running backs going and give them more opportunities, and I will guarantee you that those guys were lobbying for them in the locker room at halftime.
Off of play action, here's Smith. Going for Metcalf on the deep ball. And this is dropped. Oh. He had a big gainer in his sights, but he could not reel it in. Smith, an incomplete pass on first down. Now it's 2nd and 10. He'll fire one downfield for Fant. And that is caught at the 10-yard line. It's a big play there for Seattle. 59 yards. Here's Walker. He gets him a little bit closer. He takes it from the 6 inside the 5 to the 4.
Not a whole lot there on 1st and goal, and that's what you're looking for defensively. You'll certainly live with giving up just a yard or two in this situation.
Second and goal from inside the 5. Now Gino. That's caught at the 1. A touchdown saving tackle there. Now it's 3rd and goal.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Walker, boy, no chance as he was met and dropped behind the line there. It's a loss of a full 3 yards, and it brings up 4th down.
This has not been a fun game for this defense. They've definitely had their share of struggles, but they needed to make a play right there, and they finally get it done on 3rd and goal.
On comes the Seahawk kicker here on 4th down. It's Jason Myers. This will be just a 21-yard attempt. Myers' kick is good, and that will extend their lead even further. Well, they picked up right where they left off in the first half. First drive after the break, they come away with 3 and increase that lead.
Yeah, and you just want to keep building on that lead, don't you? Whether 6 points or 3 points, take everything you can get, keep maneuvering, keep adding to it, keep making it difficult for them to come back.
A fairly short kick from the 14. And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26. So we get a look at the Lions offense as they get ready for their first possession of the second half. Goff and this Lions offense set for a 1st and 10 at their own 26. To throw is Goff. He'll get this off to Swift. And that's good for a gain of 6, and it's 2nd down.
A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4 at the 32-yard line.
A shotgun snap for Goff. That's caught by the big tight end, T.J. Hockenson. that his first catch so far. They've held him under wraps, but he's got a first down there. Swift going to try up the middle. And he maneuvers up the middle for 3. And it's second down. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Goff now to throw. And this throw incomplete. Now the defender all over him that time, but it's going to lead to 3rd down. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Goff. He's got his man, T.J. Hockenson. And he is going to have a Lions first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
That's good for a Lions.
Back to the running game with Swift. And they'll wind up getting this to the 37. Gain of 9.
He's brought down at the 37-yard line. A gain of 9 brings up 2nd and 1.
On 2nd and 1, Goff. Oh, he rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked off by Jamal Adams. And the Seahawks are going to take possession here at their own 3-yard line.
Partner, I think this one went awry very simply because he overestimated his arm strength and his ability to fit it anywhere he wants to. A lot of quarterbacks do that and often pay the price.
And he'll go down, and that will do it for the 3rd quarter of action. We have played 3 quarters. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL. Back now at Ford Field. It's the Seahawks with the possession. They also have the lead here as we get set for the 4th and final quarter. So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. Now a play fake, and it's Smith. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete. This offense so far on 3rd down, just 1 for 3 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 3. Geno now to throw. And they will touch him down, but not before he gets the first. Give him 6 yards, and they do convert on 3rd.
First down, Seahawks.
The slot man in motion right. Penny, a first down carry. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. I think we can get used to seeing more of that in this 4th quarter, especially if they're having success on the ground like they did there.
Yeah, I think back when we met with the head coach in preseason, and all he talked about was building a bully. And I think it was this situation he was envisioning. Trying to ice a game, plenty of time left, but being able to give the ball to his big runner and pound away and try and finish off a game.
Now a deep ball there on 2nd down, but it'll wind up incomplete. After the incompletion, here now, 3rd and 2. Throwing now is Geno. A bullet throw, but incomplete.
How about this defense? They came up with a couple of big plays in this sequence, and none better than the one right there, forcing the incompletion and bringing up 4th down.
Let's go now. Vikings, Panther 11, Panther 11.
On 4th down, Smith. This complete to Lockett. And they're able to get this one across the 35. A big pickup of 12 yards on 4th down to keep this drive from stalling. So this offense able to convert on 4th, and now a fresh set of downs here, 1st and 10. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
From the 38, Smith being chased out left. And he slings one that's incomplete.
So many things have to go right for any passing play to work out. Quarterback has to understand the defense, deliver an accurate ball. Receiver has to concentrate and bring it in. Somewhere along the assembly line, something's off with that one.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Here's Smith. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
The coverage keyed in on him since that last completion his way. He earned a little more attention on that route, and that made it a lot tougher to get a clean throw his way.
Here we go. Buffalo 18. Mustang 19.
They snap it to Smith. Open man is Metcalf. He's got it. And he is going to have a Seahawks first down as they manage to convert. And that'll keep the drive alive. 27 yards, a big play there on fourth. A much better effort we're seeing from him under center this week versus last week when he threw 4 picks.
He has thrown the 1 in this game, but you're right. When you cut it down from 4 the previous week, and we always talk about adjustments, well, he made some in practice, and he continues to work on it during the game. I'm sure he's getting plenty of reminders about how to stay in the moment, stay focused on the task.
And he's got him in the driver's seat here in the fourth quarter.
19 tight.
Smith on first down. Firing quickly, but it's incomplete.
Well, they certainly did a nice job there, picking him up out of the backfield and then running stride for stride with him. That's good coverage, and it led to an incompletion.
On 2nd and 10, Smith. He'll find Eskridge here complete. This will be a gain of about 8 to the 27-yard line. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. They'll bring a receiver in motion right. They'll try for the first with Walker. And he will have a first down at about the 21-yard line. 40 yards now on the ground on just 7 carries.
First down, Seahawks.
So it's Seahawk football as we march toward a conclusion. And you'd have to figure they're just looking to burn these final 2 minutes away and get out of here with a victory.
Delay of game, offense.
That flag accepted, and it backs the offense up a little bit.
Still first down.
Now they need 15 yards on this series after the delay of game. 1st and 15. They'll fake the handoff. Now Smith. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Come on.
So they'll come up after the incompletion for 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd down and 15 yards to go.
Throwing now, Smith. And this one incomplete. Oh, he couldn't hang on to it in the end zone, and that's one that'll haunt you. And now it brings up 3rd down. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And oh no, it's incomplete. Well, it's a touchdown if he holds on, but somehow took his eyes off of it, falls to the ground, and brings up 4th down. And oh, it'll be intercepted. picked off by Deshaun Elliott. And the Lions are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line.
That's a beautiful read there by the safety. It's zone coverage, so he's just going to sit back and watch. He knows he can't get beat deep because he has the end line to protect him. So he can react to everything in front of him, and he makes a great break on the football and comes down with the interception.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done. Out of the gun. Goff. And he's going to be taken down. Goff is sacked. Now they got to get to the line quickly. Throwing on 2nd and long. Goff.
He'll drop this one off to Swift.
And he'll go out of bounds, it looks like, right at the 40. So the completion good for 7 there. And that's going to lead to a third.
Backed up here. Tough spot. Needing 11 yards to pick up the first.
Throwing on 3rd. Goff.
On the sideline, did he keep his feet in bounds? They say yes. Great job. Both feet in. First down.
Give him 22 there on the 3rd down conversion. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
1st and 10 at the 38-yard line.
Goff.
They're going back to the same well. It's Hawkinson again.
The Lions will use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop him with a little over 30 ticks to go in the football game.
And just a yard to go here on 2nd down.
Throwing again is Goff. Now that'll be caught by St. Brown.
Down inside the 10.
Now another timeout called for by the offense as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in the game. Now Goff. Caught on the slant. And in for the Lions touchdown.
Amon-Ra St. Brown.
His 5th touchdown now on the year.
And the Lions are finally into the end zone here in this 4th quarter.
Extra point by Seibert, up and good, and that'll cut the lead to 17-7. So time definitely not in their favor. Down 2 scores, but they'll try the onside kick. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. So time definitely not in their favor. Down 2 scores, but they'll try the onside kick. And this is going to be recovered by the hand. And now a fumble. The ball's out. And the Lions have recovered. Well, 4th quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much.
And this is caught. So it's a late touchdown, but maybe too late.
Caught that shit.
Time left on the clock, however. Coming from where they were, they knew this was going to be tough, but they got the touchdown. Now they need the miracle, the onside kick and a little extra.
Yeah, and you have to get the onside kick and not have the ball bounce around a lot and eat up time. You want to be able to grab it, possess it, and get your offense out there for what you just termed a miracle last chance.
So looking at this situation, you should have time for the onside kick and then at least 1 play. And this is going to be taken in by the Seahawks. And it would appear they're on their way to victory now. And that's why you have your hands team out there on the field. Those are the best guys ready to make that play.
And let's face it, it was executed well. There wasn't a bad kick. It wasn't anything like that. Just that the normal outcome actually came to play. Analytics will tell you it's a very low possibility of getting the ball for the team kicking it in an onside kick situation.
You're all about the numbers, aren't you?
All about the numbers, baby. It's a new game now.
They don't lie.
And now with 6 seconds remaining, they're going to burn their final timeout. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Again, it's Penny. And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. A couple more minutes, and maybe the outcome of this one, Charles, would have been different, but ultimately time run.
This is the development tray. This is the abilities tab. Here you can see what this player has a zone ability. This is a